Inside every single one of your cells, there is a hidden reset button. This is not a metaphor. It is a physical, biological reality designed to clean, repair, and completely rejuvenate your body from the inside out. This internal reset mechanism is so powerful that its discovery was awarded the Nobel Prize. Today, you will learn exactly how to activate, enhance, and control this system to upgrade your metabolic health. But here is the catch. Many people who practice fasting are unknowingly sabotaging this process. You might be blocking your cellular cleanup crew at the very moment you think you are boosting it. Let us dive deep into the micro universe of your body. I will show you how to triple your rate of cellular self cleaning in minutes, not weeks, using proven, scientifically validated metabolic triggers. In 2016, scientist Yoshinori Osumi won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for mapping out this process. It is called autophagy, Greek for self-eating, and it is your body's ultimate survival mechanism. Think back to when you were 20 years old. You could eat almost anything, and your body instantly converted it into clean energy. There was no chronic fatigue, no sluggishness, and no brain fog. But as we cross into our 30s and 40s, things change. You eat a meal, and instead of feeling energized, you feel heavy and slow. Your metabolism begins to feel sluggish and prematurely aged. This is not an inevitable consequence of aging. Your power plants, the mitochondria, are not dead. They are simply buried under piles of cellular waste, dysfunctional proteins, and toxic debris. This is where autophagy comes to the rescue. It is your body's internal recycling department designed to break down damaged structures and rebuild your entire cellular architecture from scratch. Autophagy targets and destroys misfolded proteins, recycles worn-out power plants, and eliminates inflammatory senescent cells. It clears out the old to make room for the young and functional. Once your cells are thoroughly cleaned, your body naturally remembers how to burn fat, generate abundant energy, and operate at peak performance, just like it did during your youth. However, autophagy is not constantly active. It is a highly regulated system that requires specific biological signals to turn on. The most powerful of these signals is a mild sensation of hunger. When your brain senses that food is temporarily unavailable, it sends a chemical message down to the cellular level, instructing your cells to stop storing nutrients and start recycling instead. This vital signal is carried by a hormone called ghrelin, often referred to as the hunger hormone. When your stomach is empty, ghrelin levels rise, initiating a cascade of cellular defense mechanisms. As ghrelin binds to cellular receptors, it alerts the cell to optimize its resources. The cell immediately begins scanning its interior for damaged parts to burn for survival and energy production. This process is incredibly elegant. Your cells dismantle useless cellular components and use them to feed your mitochondria, keeping your vital organs running smoothly and efficiently. But here is where the vast majority of people fail. The moment they feel a slight pang of hunger, they panic and reach for a snack, completely disrupting this delicate biological cleanup process. Eating at this critical moment completely shuts down the hunger signal. Your insulin spikes, and your cells instantly stop all recycling efforts, returning to their cluttered, toxic state. To master your cellular health, you must learn to distinguish between three distinct types of hunger. Understanding these signals is the secret to unlocking your true metabolic potential. The first is the light hunger pang, which is actually a sign that your body is transitioning into self-cleaning mode. It is a brief physical sensation, not a systemic cry for nutrients. The second type is genuine biological hunger, which is accompanied by physical weakness, shakiness, and fatigue. This occurs when your body has completely exhausted its stored energy reserves. The third type is merely mental appetite. It is a psychological craving triggered by stress, boredom, or environmental cues, rather than any real physiological need for fuel. Most of the hunger we experience during a fast is actually mental appetite or a mild hunger pang. If you can push through that initial wave for just 15 minutes, something remarkable happens. As ghrelin peaks and begins to subside, your cells successfully transition to burning internal fat stores. The hunger completely vanishes, replaced by a surge of clean, stable energy. To understand why this is so critical, we must look closely at your mitochondria. These microscopic structures are the power plants responsible for generating ATP, the energy currency of life. Every single thought you think. Every step you take and every beat of your heart relies entirely on the ATP produced by these vital, hardworking cellular organelles. When your mitochondria are young and healthy, your metabolism runs effortlessly. You burn fat easily, maintain sharp mental focus, and recover quickly from physical exertion. However, our modern lifestyle damages these delicate organelles over time. They begin to leak harmful free radicals, causing widespread cellular damage and metabolic slowing. When this happens, you enter a state of metabolic aging. Your cells are starved of energy, prompting your brain to constantly demand food, which only worsens the cellular clutter. The good news is that you can completely reverse this process. By strategically activating autophagy, you can systematically dismantle and replace these damaged, inefficient mitochondria. So, how do we accelerate and amplify this process to its absolute maximum? The secret lies in a multifaceted approach that combines fasting with specific synergistic lifestyle triggers. Our goal is to triple the rate of autophagy, and the preparation begins the day before your fast. We must first lower your insulin levels by depleting your body's glycogen stores. To do this, restrict your carbohydrate intake to less than 50 grams on the day before your fast. Focus on healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, and clean, moderate protein sources. By keeping your insulin low before you even start fasting, you can shorten the time it takes to enter deep autophagy from 18 hours down to just 12 to 14 hours. When you begin your fast, consume nothing but pure water and essential electrolytes. This keeps your digestive system completely at rest and prevents any accidental insulin spikes. Around the 8th to 10th hour of your fast, you will likely experience a sudden, intense hunger pang. Remember, this is the exact moment your cellular cleanup is beginning. Instead of giving in, embrace this sensation. Sit with it for 15 to 20 minutes. This conscious resistance allows ghrelin to peak, driving your cells into a deeper state of autophagy. As the hunger wave passes, your cells begin to harvest energy from internal waste, effectively recycling old proteins and generating fresh, clean energy to power your brain. This brief period of mindful resistance is the foundation of metabolic rejuvenation. It is the critical threshold where simple fasting transforms into deep therapeutic self-cleaning. To amplify this effect even further, we can introduce light movement. When you feel that hunger pang, engage in 10 to 15 minutes of low-intensity exercise. Gentle movement like walking or light stretching forces your muscles to demand energy. Because glucose is scarce, your body is forced to mobilize stored fat and accelerate autophagy. Physical activity is a powerful, independent trigger of autophagy. When combined with fasting, these two signals work synergistically, multiplying the speed of your cellular cleanup. This combination convinces your brain that you are actively hunting for food, shifting your metabolism into a highly efficient, high-energy survival state that burns fat rapidly. After just 10 minutes of light movement, you will notice your hunger completely vanishes, replaced by a deep sense of mental clarity and stable physical stamina. Now, let us introduce the next accelerator, heat exposure. Exposing your body to heat during a fast is one of the most effective ways to supercharge your cellular rejuvenation. Spending 20 minutes in a sauna or a hot bath triggers the production of heat shock proteins. These specialized molecules act as cellular chaperones, guiding the cleanup process. These chaperone proteins locate misfolded, toxic proteins and deliver them directly to the autophagosome, ensuring that no cellular waste is left behind to cause inflammation. Furthermore, heat increases blood flow, enhances oxygen delivery to your tissues, boosts growth hormone production, and dramatically reduces systemic inflammation throughout your body. By stacking fasting, light exercise, and heat exposure, you create a powerful metabolic synergy. Each signal amplifies the next, resulting in an exponential increase in autophagy. To make your fasting experience much more comfortable, you can use a simple neurological hack. Much of the hunger we feel is actually occurring in the brain, not the stomach. Drinking water mixed with high-quality electrolytes or a pinch of sea salt can instantly calm this neurological hunger, allowing your cells to continue cleaning without interruption. You can also introduce specific calorie-free compounds that actively stimulate autophagy. Green tea, rich in EGCG, is a phenomenal tool to use during your fasting window. The polyphenols in green tea and black coffee act as natural AMPK activators. AMPK is the master metabolic switch that signals your cells to accelerate energy production and cleanup. These strategic compounds prove that fasting is not merely about consuming 0 calories. It is about sending the right biological signals to optimize cellular performance. Now, let us address the most critical phase of the entire protocol: how you break your fast. This is where many people completely destroy all of their hard work. If you break a long fast with a heavy meal high in carbohydrates and sugars, you trigger a massive insulin spike that abruptly halts all cellular repair and recycling. To sustain the benefits of your fast, you must break it strategically. Keep your carbohydrates near zero, keep your protein moderate, and emphasize healthy, high-quality fats. This low-carb, high-fat approach keeps your insulin remarkably low, allowing your cells to remain in a state of autophagy even after you have started consuming food. To take this to the next level, incorporate foods rich in spermidine, such as aged cheeses, mushrooms, and cruciferous vegetables when breaking your fast. Spermidine is a scientifically proven inducer of autophagy. By consuming it, you can extend your cellular cleaning window from 16 hours to potentially 24 hours. However, you must be extremely careful to avoid autophagy saboteurs. The most common of these are amino acid supplements, such as branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs. Consuming BCAAs, collagen, or bone broth during your fasting window immediately activates a protein complex called mTOR, which acts as the ultimate off switch for autophagy. While these supplements are excellent for muscle building, they completely halt the cellular rejuvenation process, trapping your cells in their cluttered, damaged state. To avoid this, keep your fast strictly clean. Stick to pure water, essential minerals, green tea, and black coffee. This ensures your cells reap the maximum possible benefit. Our modern food culture encourages us to eat every 2 to 3 hours, completely preventing us from ever experiencing the restorative benefits of natural hunger. By constantly digesting food, we deny our cells the opportunity to clean, repair, and regenerate, leading to premature aging and metabolic dysfunction. To combat this, we must also be strategic with our protein intake. Instead of consuming small amounts of protein throughout the day, consolidate your protein into fewer meals. Consolidating your protein allows for a temporary spike in muscle building pathways, followed by a long, uninterrupted period where autophagy can operate at peak efficiency. This method allows you to maintain and even build strong muscle mass while simultaneously keeping your cellular cleanup mechanisms highly active and efficient. Let us walk through exactly what happens to your body when you follow this comprehensive, accelerated autophagy protocol over a typical 18-hour fasting cycle. At hour 0, you begin your fast. Your blood glucose begins to stabilize and your insulin levels start to drop, setting the stage for deep cellular rejuvenation. By hours 4 to 6, your liver's glycogen stores are nearly depleted. Your body begins to transition to burning fat for fuel, and autophagy is slowly initiated. By hours 8 to 10, you experience the hunger wave. You perform 10 minutes of light movement, which triples your rate of autophagy and melts away your cravings. By hours 14 to 16, you are in deep autophagy. Your cells are actively recycling damaged proteins, clearing out waste, and rebuilding healthy mitochondria. You take a hot bath, releasing heat shock proteins that optimize this cleanup. Your brain is fueled by clean ketones, giving you incredible focus and stable energy. At hour 18, you break your fast with a low-carb, high-fat meal rich in spermidine. The cleanup continues, extending your rejuvenation window far beyond expectations. By stacking these simple, scientifically backed protocols, you are not just skipping meals. You are actively orchestrating a complete metabolic reset of your entire body. Within just 1 week of practicing this method, you will experience improved energy, sharper focus, effortless fat loss, and a completely rejuvenated metabolism. Remember, hunger is not your enemy. It is a powerful biological signal. Learn to understand it, respect it, and use it to unlock your ultimate cellular potential. Your body has an incredible internal cleanup crew just waiting to be activated. Try this protocol, reset your cells, and reclaim the vibrant energy of your youth today.